सर्वांना नमस्कार.
सर्वांना
गुड
नमस्कार.
मॉर्निंग बापट
गुड
सर.
मॉर्निंग बापट सर. आवाज येतोय?
आवडे सर.
आवडे सर.
आवाज येतोय.
आवाज येतोय.
ओके, सुरू करू.
ओके, सुरू करूया आपण सर.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
विद्यापीठ कोल्हापूर
विद्यापीठ
अंतर्गत
कोल्हापूर अंतर्गत
दोन
दोन शिक्षण ऑनलाईन
गेली 3
तीन
दिवसापासून
दिवसापासून
पीएचडी प्रवेश
PhD
परीक्षा
प्रवेश परीक्षा
ऑनलाईन
ऑनलाईन
कार्यशाळेचे आयोजन
कार्यशाळेचे
केले आहे.
आयोजन.
याचा एक
याचा
मुख्य
एक
हेतू
मुख्य
आहे,
हेतू आहे,
जे नियमित
जे नियमित पीजी
पास झाले
पास झाले
केंद्रातून जे
केंद्रातून
पीजी
जे पीजी लिहिले आहे विद्यार्थ्यांना देखील नवनवीन
संधी
संधी
मिळाली.
मिळाली.
त्याचबरोबर त्यांना रिसर्च वेगवेगळ्या चांगल्या
वेगवेगळ्या
पदव्या
चांगल्या
मिळाल्या.
पदव्या मिळाल्या.
त्या
त्या
दृष्टिकोनातून एक असा मानस
मानस
आला आहे
आला आहे
की
की
अशा विद्यार्थ्यांनी
विद्यार्थ्यांनी
देखील
देखील
जास्तीत जास्त
या
या
प्रवेश
परीक्षेसाठी
परीक्षेसाठी
अटेंड राहावं. त्या अनुषंगाने
ऑनलाईन आयोजित केलेले आहे.
मागील 3 दिवसापासून
या ठिकाणी
आपल्याला
या ठिकाणी
ते दिसत होती.
ते दिसत होते.
पद्धतीने आजची
आजची
व्याख्यान
व्याख्यान
आहे.
आहे.
खास करून विषयासाठी आपण गणित या
गणित
विषयासाठी आयोजित
करण्यात आलेलं आहे.
DBJ
पळून मधून
प्रिन्सिपल डॉक्टर एम.एस. सर या
सर या ठिकाणी आहे.
सुरुवातीला ऑनलाईन शिक्षण
शिक्षण
केंद्रामार्फत
केंद्रामार्फत
बापट सरांचे मदत करतो आणि सरांची ओळख करून देण्यासाठी डॉक्टर दयानंद विनंती करतो.
नमस्कार. आज
दूरशिक्षण आणि ऑनलाईन शिक्षण केंद्र
डबल आवाज
वतीने
सर तुमचे
हॅलो. आज
गावडे सर तुमचे
केंद्र यांच्या वतीनं
PhD
प्रवेश परीक्षा मार्गदर्शन
कार्यशाळा
विषयाची आयोजित केलेली आहे. त्यासाठी प्रिन्सिपल डॉक्टर एम.एस. बापट सर
आज
मार्गदर्शन
करणार आहेत.
बापट सर
DBJ कॉलेज
येथे प्राचार्य म्हणून
प्राचार्य म्हणून कार्यरत आहे.
यापूर्वी त्यांनी
सांगलीमध्ये एका कॉलेजचे प्राचार्य
सांभाळलेलं होतं आणि
त्यांना
अध्यापनाची सेवा
त्यांची
30 वर्ष
ज्युनियर सिनियर
अंडरग्रॅज्युएट आणि पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट
अशी झालेली आहे.
ते
डिस्टन्स
पण
लिहितात.
आपल्याला
स्वयं अध्ययन साहित्य लावायचं.
त्यामुळे ते
वारंवार लिहित असतात.
डॉक्टर बापट
यांचा
संशोधन
खूप चांगला आहे.
त्यांचे
त्यांचे 4 रिसर्च स्टुडंट
अवॉर्डेड
आहेत.
आणि
आता
ते
प्राचार्य म्हणून चिपळूण कॉलेज असले
तरी
ते शिवाजी विद्यापीठाचे कार्यक्रम असले
किंवा कुठल्याही
कुठल्याही विद्यापीठाचे कार्यक्रम असले
तरी
ते
हजर असतात
तिथं.
त्यामुळे
त्यांचा अकॅडमी आणि ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह चांगला आहे.
आणि त्यांनी
आज
उपस्थित
असणाऱ्यांना
मार्गदर्शन
करावं ही विनंती.
डॉक्टर बापट सर
हॅलो,
हा सर
आवाज
आवाज
येतोय
येतोय.
का?
हा सर आवाज येतोय.
व्हिडिओ दिसतोय ना?
हो सर,
हो सर.
व्हिडिओ पण
हो
दिसतो.
सर.
आवाज येतोय तुमचा.
आवाज येतोय ना?
हो, व्यवस्थित येतो.
व्यवस्थित येतोय.
हा, आणि स्क्रीन शेअर झालाय ना?
हो, स्क्रीन पण
हो,
शेअर
स्क्रीन पण
झालेली आहे.
शेअर झालेली आहे.
Okay. I'll start. In this today's workshop on preparation for PhD entrance examination of Shivaji University, I am very much thankful to the organizers, all the team members from Distance Center for Distance Education, and Professor Gowde sir and his colleagues for inviting me, for giving me an opportunity to share my views about this research in mathematics. My course of discussion is given below. I am sharing my slides on first syllabus for the PhD entrance examination. Then what is research or beginning of research? Qualities of good researcher. Research in mathematics, how it is different from research in other subjects. Then I will share some slides how to write research proposal or synopsis. And finally, some basic topics in mathematics to be prepared by every researcher, irrespective of his research topic or field. Now, syllabus for entrance, it is given on the website also, website of the university also. It has 4 units: fundamental research, or what is aim, objective of research, types of research, different methods of research, how to search a research topic using books, journals, how to search recent literature. That is the first unit. Then research aptitude, qualities of researcher, logical reasoning, test of intelligence, basic mathematics and ethics in research, that is plagiarism. Whenever you refer to research or results by other mathematicians, then you have to give a proper credit, due credit to those researchers. You have to mention references of those researchers. Without mentioning references, it becomes a plagiarism. ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये वाङ्मय चौर्य म्हणतो. Research etiquettes. In this third unit, we have principles of professional writings, how to write properly. Particularly in mathematics, we have symbols with standard meaning, the size and shape of the symbols, abbreviations, syntax. All these writing skills, that is the third unit. Next unit is research tools and techniques. In research tools, we have some softwares, Mathematica, MATLAB, Scilab. Some of them are open sources, available free. LaTeX is also a free source. It is a particularly editing or writing software, and researcher must be expert in all these softwares. Then second part of this your entrance test, it is based on compulsory subjects you have learned at master's degree. Particularly for mathematics students, the topics like analysis, algebra, topology, differential equation, mechanics, functional analysis. These are some of the basic topics, and every student should thoroughly study these basic topics, and the questions will be asked. 50% questions will be asked on those topics. So this is about syllabus. Then second point, it is beginning of research, or how to start research, how to enter into the field of research. There are some basic definitions of research. It is a systematic investigation into study of material, sources, and concepts in order to establish facts and arrive at new conclusion using scientific method. In mathematics, it is the study of different concepts. For other natural sciences, materials, sources, they can study different sites, different materials, chemicals, combinations. But for mathematics, research in mathematics, it is a study of abstract concepts. Now, to start research, it is not from a point zero. Another description of research is it is a sequential discovery to be made by standing on the shoulders of previous generations. Particularly, this definition is given by Newton, Hawking's, that based on previous results, previous discoveries, they have added something, they have discovered new things. Similarly, in mathematics also, based on some existing concepts, existing rules, existing laws, we try to develop new concepts, new rules, not entirely, but based on previous results. In mathematics, particularly, it is related to the extension of ideas and properties derived by earlier researchers, previous researchers. We try to extend the concepts to obtain some new properties. Now, for a researcher, what is motivation for research? Why a person wants to do a research? Why? What is the reason for studying, for higher study, for studying in detail, in deep, and to invent something, to derive new things? See, these are some of the motivations. Peer prestige, that some of your friend, a good friend, is doing research, he is working in the field of research, and then you also want to simulate yourself and to do research. Or sometimes it may happen that your colleague may not be in good relation with you, or a person is doing research and you think that he is not doing a good research, then you start thinking and you are motivated by his wrongdoings, and you will start research. See, such a thing, they are called as peer prestige. Somebody is doing, then I can do better. That's why I am doing PhD, doing research. Second is idolizing something. You're idolizing someone, maybe your past teachers, maybe your senior friends, senior colleagues. They are doing research. May not be in your field, but they are your teachers are doing a good research in their field. Then you also start thinking that I'm a follower of him. I should also do research in my area, my subject. The third one is competitive spirit. That in a academic institution, some departments are doing good research, and then you also want to compete with them, that your department should be also involved in good activities, in research activities, and then you are motivated to do research work. Another motivation is eligible for promotion or perks, that UGC or state governments are offering promotions, better scales if you are a PhD holder, and that's why you want to do research. Some other motivations are maybe inner beauty. If you like a particular subject, then you are very much happy to study those subjects because of their beauty. You like those subjects very well, and then you want to learn more about them. Sometimes challenge of the subject, that some problems, some concepts are challenging, very complicated, and you want to learn, you want to know about them, and you take a challenge of studying those subjects, those problems. Sometimes while solving problems, when the problem is solved, we get complete satisfaction or joy, that is intellectual satisfaction, just by solving problems or solving some difficult, proving some difficult theorems. Another motivation is for research. By my research, it will be helpful to many people, it will be helpful to the society. That is also one of the motivation for research. Of these different types, some or maybe more than one motivation is essential for doing research, for footprints, for your footprints in research. See, there are some demotivations also. Some scholars, they left their work incomplete because of some dissatisfaction with system or inadequate infrastructure available, proper laboratory or instruments are not available, proper guidance is not available, you do not have any proper person to discuss with or to guide. Third one is lack of funds. The funding agencies do not sanction your funds, do not give you sufficient amount, no appreciation. You are doing good work, but there is no appreciation from society, from your colleagues, from your friends. That is also one of the demotivation factor, and sometimes family problems are also there, particularly for women research students. But in spite of all these motivation factors, demotivation factors, you are demotivated, you should not leave your work in a halfway. That requires a courage, that requires a patience, and it is actually a self-examination of you to stay in this research field. Now, once you are motivated, then how to enter into the field of research? Building of background for entering into this new space, new age. The first is to choose your topic. Think of your choice. Based on your educational career, your specialization, your liking, you can choose a topic, you can choose a field that I want to do research in this field. Sometimes it happens that your liking, your educational career may not be suitable for a particular field. Then you have to work very hard to bridge that gap, so that you can do research in a new field. Sometimes proper sources are also not available. Specific laboratory, library, expertise, proper guidance. Based on these available resources, also you have to choose your topic. Finding area or problem for investigation. Finding area or problem for investigation. It requires a systematic study of literature and discussion with peer or guide. Now, for research work, you require some skills. The skill set should contain knowledge of some mathematical softwares which are very useful. Mathematica, MATLAB for computational purposes, R, Scilab. These softwares are available. These are open source, available for computation, and may be useful while doing your research. Sometimes for computation, it will definitely save your hard work, and saves time. Mathematical writing, editing softwares are LaTeX or sometimes advanced version of MS Word is also useful, particularly for mathematical symbols, mathematical equations, such as softwares. The expertise in such a softwares is also useful. You can start with writing a review paper or small research articles. And present those articles in seminar, in workshops, in conferences, and get feedback. For presentation, you can use a PPT or a Beamer, which is a good presenting software. Now to search, to find a topic, you have to search, you have to analyze, you have to read recent literature, searching, analyzing recent literature, and find new developments in your subject or topic. For searching recent literature, we can use InfluBNet, that is a networking of number of research journals, articles, books, which is available in many libraries. DOAJ is another directory of open access journals, which also don't cost anything. With proper keywords, you can search your topic. You can search recent literature, recent advances in your topic. You can search journals in your area, in your subject, and archives. In archives, you have only preprints, but those are also useful. The archive site is also given at the end of this presentation for latest developments in your area. You should be in a constant touch with all these sources, library, InfluBNet, DOAJ. Now in recent times, because of internet, you will immediately be in contact with persons' research articles which are related to your topic, advanced theories in your subject, and that is very useful to determine your research topic, that in which area the present research is going. In the beginning, you should write review articles. You can write simple research articles, introductory articles, present your findings, present your methods in seminars, workshops, conferences. You can put them on archives also. That will be beneficial to you, and that will also introduce yourself to the publication process. Publishing an article, publishing a research paper, it requires a lot of steps. Initially, you will be familiar to all these steps by presenting yourself in such a workshops, conferences. Before publication, before presentation, you must be very clear, familiar to the plagiarism process, how to check plagiarism. There are simple softwares, free softwares available for plagiarism, and methods how to avoid the repetitions, how to avoid plagiarism. That proper use of references, reference work, giving due credit to the previous researchers is very essential. Avoiding the similarities in your proof, similarities in your theory, in your presentation, repetitions. You can use different symbols. You can develop your own way of presentation, derivation of a theorem, method, solution of a problem. Also, you must be familiar with citations, H-index, I-10 index, and impact factor of journals. Your work, if it is cited by somebody, you will receive that citation. Then H-index, the maximum. Sorry. Yes. What do you mean by I-10 index if your paper is cited more than 10 times? Like that. Impact factor, what do you mean by impact factor? There are various types of impact factors. You should know all these concepts in the beginning. The research funding, the searching for funding agencies is also one of the exercise in the beginning, that there are various schemes by different funding agencies. Now, CSIR funds are there. Then previously we have UGC minor research projects, major research projects funding. And nowadays, for mathematics particularly, the Science and Engineering Board, SERB, Science and Engineering Research Board, that is SERB, is one such a funding agency that gives funds for your research project. Various schemes are there for young mathematicians, young students, then for women students, or some schemes are there for um doing research in collaboration with some foreign universities, foreign collaborators. Mainly they are interested for applying, you require to submit your research proposal, and they are mainly interested, your outcomes, whether it is useful at large, and how many publications you can draw from your research. Publication of research articles, publication of research papers is very important for academic growth. As your publication figure increases, you will be very happy, or your academic quality definitely goes on increasing. You will understand many things. Qualities of good researcher. For research work, definitely in any field, you must have a strong foundation, fundamental concepts, basic fundamental concepts should be very clear. In mathematics also, you should have strong mathematical foundation, deep understanding of core mathematical concepts across various areas. See, these are basic fields in mathematics: algebra, calculus, analysis, geometry, number theory. It is very fundamental. Critical thinking, the ability to think analytically, critically, abstractly is crucial. that finding solution from different types of problems, it definitely develops such a critical thinking. Problem solving skills. Research in mathematics involves formation and solving the problems. See, in research, you may come across some problems that have never been dealt, that you have never solved those types of problems before. That is an entirely new type of problem. And then how will you solve it? What are your methods of solving such a problems? And this requires a very high level of problem solving ability. So if you solve more and more problems, if you solve exercises in various books, automatically these problem solving skills goes on developing. You will develop these qualities, critical thinking, problem solving skills, by solving different types of exercises given at the end of article. The logical reasoning, being you are mathematical students, it is obviously in you. Being able to reason logically, rigorously is very essential for proving conjectures and theorems in mathematics. Another quality is very essential to stay in research field: persistence and patience. Mathematical research can be challenging and may involve spending a significant amount of time. It requires a lot of time on a single problem, and that requires a patience and perseverance. These are the keys for success. Patience and perseverance. Patience means you must be uh, strictly sticking to those problems. Creativity, being able to think creatively and outside the box, different types of solutions, that helps in devising new methods, new approaches to tackle unsolved problems. See, for this, you require you require a very good skill in problem solving, unknown problem solving. Next, you must have communication skills, ability to effectively communicate mathematical ideas, research, proofs. It is very essential, it is crucial for collaboration, for publishing papers, and presenting findings at the conferences. What is your problem? What is your difficulty? You should be able to communicate, to tell your senior researchers, your friends, your guide effectively, so that they can suggest some solution. Finally, you have to work on it, but some suggestions, some tips are very useful. You should have a proficiency. You should computer skills. It is also one more quality. Proficiency in mathematical softwares and programming language can help in computational experiments, simulations, and analyzing data. It also saves your time. Collaboration and networking, working with other mathematicians, exchanging ideas, learning from peers is an important aspect of mathematical research. See, this collaboration is also very useful thing, particularly when you present your research in some seminar, in workshop or conference. You have many other students, many other peers, guides, friends, and you can discuss your article, your research with them. You may get some idea, some a very good tip or direction for your continuation. And therefore, this collaboration and networking is also very essential. And nowadays, um, many top level mathematicians are also working in a network that they try to solve the same problem simultaneously all over the world. This is also a new method, new technique in doing research. Now, particularly in mathematics, it requires some more qualities. It is different from other subjects because we don't have experiment, we don't have data for verification, and therefore we require only logical, rigorous proofs. Rigorous proof demands that mathematics requires rigorous proofs. Constructing them without any gaps or flaws can be challenging, and especially when dealing with complex problems. That to solve a complex problem, we cannot proceed without strong mathematical formula, strong mathematical proof, logical proof, and therefore it is an essential quality in for research in mathematics. We know the subject is based on axioms, assumptions, and therefore those assumptions might not be universally accepted. That we assume this, and this, but that may not be accepted by many. Practically, some of them need not be fruitful, helpful, and therefore leading to the debate or difficulties in building upon them, in assuming those axioms or assumptions while solving a particular problem. Because in practice, in reality, those axioms, those assumptions may not be true. Complexity and abstraction. Complexity of problems. Some mathematical problems are very complicated and might require new methodologies or interdisciplinary approaches. Novel methodologies that you have to invent, you have to design, and you have to show that those new methods also works good. For interdisciplinary approaches, we may require a person from different field, other field, or you have to study the concepts, rules of that particular topic. Then you can use those methods, those concepts to solve the problems in your field. Our concepts are abstract concepts. Dealing with highly abstract concepts in advanced mathematics can make it hard to convey ideas clearly or to find practical applications. The subjects like algebra analysis, topology, functional analysis hardly have any practical application. And therefore, obviously, the people may not be interested, the funding agencies may not be interested in funding your project in pure mathematics. Another minus point in our negative point in our mathematical research is that we cannot verify our formula, our proof using numerical data. Unlike other natural sciences, mathematics lacks in direct empirical data, and therefore it becomes very difficult to validate or test theories that based on experimental data, based on numbers, we cannot prove the theorems, we cannot validate the formula. For proof, we require a rigorous logical proof. For any theory, any formula, we require a proof. Computational challenges. Due to assumptions required to form various rules and algorithms, dealing with computational complexity or limitations, they cannot give expected outcome. While deriving a particular theory or particular formula, we always assume some rules, some properties, we call them as axioms. But based on that axioms, those limitations, the outcome may not be satisfactory. And therefore, we have to again reorganize your axioms, reorganize your assumptions. You have to relax some conditions. Then only the proper expected outcome will be achieved. Communication and collaborations. Language barriers. Mathematical language is abstract and symbolic, and making it challenging for effective communication among researchers from diverse backgrounds. That if you present your research paper or research article, if you publish research article, then probably your symbols may not be familiar with the other researchers. And there may be a difficulty in identifying, in grasping your ideas. After sufficient experience, this barrier also dissolves away. But in initial stages, symbols are changed, concepts may not be clear, concept may not be properly understood by students or new researchers. Interdisciplinary collaborations. Integrating mathematics with other fields can be difficult due to differences in terminologies and methodologies. Since we cannot rely on numbers, on data, our outcomes need not be similar to the outcomes of other disciplines. And therefore, there may be a difficulty in collaborating mathematical research with other disciplines. Ethical considerations. To avoid plagiarism, proper attribution should be given, ensuring proper citation and acknowledgement of previous work, especially in a field where concepts were built upon each other, is very crucial. Whenever you write your concept, your paper, your article, you must give a due credit to the previous researcher, latest researcher, and for that you must be very keen. You must be very careful about citations. Ethical use of mathematical models. In some applied fields like finance or health sector, ethical considerations of the data may arise. See, like finance means if you collect some data from a bank or insurance or any financial institution, that data may be confidential. And the outcomes of your theory may not be representing their outcomes. And therefore, you cannot completely rely on that data. For health sector also, if you collect data from health sector, from a particular medical uh, institution about particular, say, disease, then that data is also confidential, and we cannot use, or our findings may not be in accordance with their theory, and therefore that will be while deriving conclusions, we must be very ethical about using such a type of confidential data. Publishing and peer reviews. For mathematical research, certain areas or types of mathematical research might face challenges in publication due to trends or preference in the field. That your area may not be that much advanced, that much useful to the society. सर आवाज ऐकू येतोय ना? हॅलो सर.
हा सर ऐकू येतोय.
सर ऐकू येतो.
हा ठीक आहे ना. हा ओके. Certain areas or types of mathematical research might face challenges in publication because of the preferences or advances in the field. Your field, your research need not be that much important according to their publication strategy, and therefore sometimes there is a undue delay in publication. Another challenge is peer review challenge. Peer review of mathematical work requires experts, and finding suitable reviewers, peers, can be challenging, leading to the delays in publication. If you submit your paper to particular journal, then journal will send that research article paper for peer review. And sometimes the proper reviewer in your field may not be available, or they may take a time, and that happens in many fields for about many researchers, that reports of those reviews may not be available in time, and that's why there is a delay in publication. Now these are some of the difficulties in mathematical research, qualities of mathematical research. Our next point is how to write a research proposal or synopsis. For writing research proposal, previously you have all those background, your reviewer, your search for proper topic, and then you decide your title. The title of your research proposal, it should be short, descriptive enough to give a specific idea. You want to work in a particular field on a particular problem, that name of that problem, it should be mentioned here, and it should be a short but descriptive enough. Next is introduction. In introduction, first few sentences should be very attractive and should create interest in the experts in your proposal. so that they can, that this research is very useful, or this is the latest work, or this work in recent times this work has been done. Likewise, you have to pull your ideas in first few sentences, making them very attractive. Then you write the brief introduction, research plan, the background of research topic, the current status of research, then statement of research now in sufficient details, with sufficient references. What is new in your approach? Why you want to proceed further? Why you want to proceed? Why you want to choose a particular method? The importance of research and how it helps in the development of your area. Summary of statement and citations of your assertions. Whatever you have mentioned, that wherever you have referred some research article, you have to cite that research article properly. Then, back in the background of the study, you should present a review of relevant research, recent finding, and latest references. Then research objectives, you have to list what are the objectives of your research, and you should give a sequence of those objectives, that after this objective is there, this objective is there. The main objectives are mentioned in first few lines. Methodology of research, an overview of scientific approach, techniques to be used in the research should be given. You can mention different methodologies used in the research and why a particular methodology is used here, is chosen for this particular problem. Then proposed outcomes, what are the results you expect, predictions of your research work, and finally a complete list of references, the citations you have given in your research proposal. Now accordingly you have to arrange your research proposal or synopsis. In particular, if you are applying for a research funding agencies, then provide a short statement of expenditure and time frame for completion of the project. That in first year, what should be the expenditure, second year, third year, and likewise you have to present a short statement of expenditure. Now, while writing this research proposal synopsis, you should remember the following important points. You should have a good understanding of the subject. You should be always in touch with recent literature. The proposed work should use we shall, that we shall do this, we shall investigate this, instead of I will or I shall. That is plural and future tense. Do not give a detailed description, just give an overview of your plan. Use standard format for references. References should be very clear and using only standard format, so that it includes all the necessary information, that name of the article, name of the book, year, publication, edition, then number of pages if it is article, name of the journal, issue number, volume number, all those details should be clearly mentioned according to that standard format for references. Now, preparing basic topics in mathematics, some books are very useful. In for analysis, Principles of Mathematical Analysis by Walter Rudin, that is a classic text on real analysis. Then another one is Apostle, mathematical analysis. One more is Royden analysis, real analysis by Royden and Fitzpatrick. For complex analysis, it is Elias Emstein. One Churchill book is also there. Alfor's book is there, which covers basic in complex analysis with explanation and exercises. For abstract algebra, we have a Demet and Foote comprehensive, which covers the modern algebraic concepts with many exercise. Algebra by Lang covers wide range of algebraic topics with clarity. For geometry and topology, we have following books: Topology by Munkers, Differential Geometry of Curves and Surfaces, a classic on differential geometry. For number theory, we have Introduction to Number Theory by Hardy and Wright, and another one is Number Theory by Burton. See, these are good books which covers basic mathematical theories and provide ample of exercises. The solution of those exercises, solving those problems, will definitely develop all those qualities for good research work. Some more topics for combinatorics, mathematical logic, probability, and statistics. There are a number of good books. Here we have mentioned, I have mentioned some standard books. And for recent literature, if you want to do research, if you want to search a topic, you should definitely visit this archive.org. It contains a preprints that before publication, just for review from many experts, you can publish your preprint. And that preprints before publication, there may be some corrections, maybe some logical fallacies, but that will definitely provide a direction of your research, that in which direction the people are doing work. You will definitely understood if you visit this archive.org and search with your topic. Then some standard journals are Journal of American Mathematical Societies and Annals of Mathematics, Inventions Mathematica. These are some top tier journals in mathematics that publish cutting edge research. Some specialized journals are there. For example, my topic is fuzzy mathematics. There is a fuzzy mathematics journal, Advances in Fuzzy Mathematics. Then many top journals are there in which you can publish your specialized research work. Now, with this brief introduction about this research work and how to research, how to prepare, I again express my thanks to the organizers, and I may expect some problems, some questions from the audience. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
हॅलो,
No.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
तर आज या ठिकाणी आपल्याला डॉक्टर बापट सरांनी PhD परीक्षा आणि त्याच्याबद्दल संशोधन या बाबतीत सविस्तर मार्गदर्शन केले. याबद्दल दूर शिक्षण केंद्र आणि ऑनलाईन शिक्षण केंद्र यांच्या वतीनं त्यांचे आभार. तसेच या केंद्राचे संचालक डॉक्टर डी.के. मोरे सर यांचेही आभार. तसेच या केंद्राचे उपकुलसचिव डॉक्टर कुबल सर आणि कोथमिरे सर यांनी ही कार्यशाळा घडवून आणली, त्यांचेही आभार. तसेच माझ्या सहकारी प्राध्यापक वर्गाचे आभार. आणि माने सर, रणदिवे सर आज या ठिकाणी सूत्रसंचालन आणि हे केलं त्याबद्दल आभार. आणि उपस्थितांचे आभार मानून हा कार्यक्रम संपन्न झाला असे मी जाहीर करतो. ठीक आहे, थँक्यू.
Any questions, sir?
क्वेश्चन्स कुणाला आहेत का? ठीक आहे, थांबेल.
ठीक आहे गावडे सर.
हा, ठीक आहे, थँक्यू सर.
ओके, थँक्यू.